So Hayley Davies, OF star, says that doing OnlyFans is easier than a 9 to 5. Now, what's supposed to happen is I'm supposed to start the video, say that, and then start ranting, possibly use some cuss words, bleep some stuff out, and then just totally just trash her for saying what she just said. But I just do things a little different. I think a little different and I speak a little different. So it's gonna be a different type of video. So what she was saying, I'm just gonna read it actually. A successful OnlyFans creator has claimed she doesn't have an easy job and works harder than most office workers. This was originally published by news.com. I'm reading it off of the NY Post. Hayley Davies believes she works too much and struggles to sleep because of her demanding job creating explicit content online. Davies, 26, was working 3 jobs and doing crazy hours when she decided to make X-rated content online full time. Let's see what else we got here. Davies said her career change hadn't led to much rest because, in her opinion, to succeed in an oversaturated industry, definitely oversaturated, you need to have an insane work ethic. Let's see. I'm gonna stop reading in a second. I just wanted to read this for y'all. It isn't like an office job where you can sit at your computer, act busy, and chuck in a few pointless meetings. She always needs to be creating content, according to Davies. In the content world, that's very true. I think that might be enough of the reading, maybe. She then went through her history of what sounds like pretty hard work, or, putting in hard work over her teen years to her 20s. Like I said, she's 26. So this isn't coming from somebody who hasn't worked hard, according to what she said. Is that it? Yeah, we'll stop the reading right there. So here's the thing, right? The title, the headline of the story, it's supposed to be a different type of conversation than the one I'm having with y'all, right? It's supposed to be like what I described at the start of the video. But in reality, she's correct if we're looking at it objectively. Now, that doesn't mean that her work ethic that she puts into OnlyFans is harder than every 9 to 5. It doesn't mean that, obviously. We're just talking about, we being objective. That's an obvious fact. But what it does mean is that, like she said, the moving parts of basically being a content creator, depending on how much content you're doing, how knowledgeable you are, to where are you knowledgeable enough and efficient enough to cut the time down of the work? Or do you not know enough to where you're spending more time on it because you don't have your own style of shortcuts and you don't have templates, you don't have a fast working idea generating kind of brain? It's a lot involved, right? So inevitably, there's going to be some 9 to 5s that are easier than content creation. There's going to be a lot that are harder than content creation. There's a lot of different types of content out there, a lot of different type of energy you can put into content, a lot of different ways to do content, a lot of different schedules people are on of doing content, how often they're pumping it out, what kind of content, interacting with the viewers and the fans and the subscribers, all of that. So, what she said is true. It's not true just straight up in general, but I think we can all agree and say that there's some 9 to 5s you can go to that you've went to or been on, or that I've went to or been on, and it was a cush job. Wasn't paying what OnlyFans is paying, but it was a cool job. It was I'm not really doing much. But then there's other 9 to 5s that's oh my God, I'm doing so much work. And then she had mentioned the office jobs, right? There's different components of an office job. There's different moving parts in an office job. There's different positions, there's different amounts of work. Somebody working at a store, whether that be a clothing store, grocery store, whatever, some kind of market, can actually be doing harder work than somebody that's above them in the office. So it really just depends. I feel like I'm rambling, by the way, so I got to wrap this up soon. But yeah, I'm supposed to come on here and be I can't believe she said that. Oh my God, I can't believe what? She needs to get canceled. Oh my God. She's the worst person. I'm supposed to say all of that, but nah. Now, don't get me wrong. There are plenty of people. I show Speed being one of them. I think Kai Cenat said it too. Who have on camera said, no, a 9 to 5 is way easier than what I do. But I mean, we just got to remember that a 9 to 5 is not one thing. There are so many different 9 to 5. So a lot of them are going to be harder than content creation. A lot of them are going to be easier than content creation. There's people in the military. There's literally people in the military who admit themselves, okay, let me be specific. In the military and have actually been in the field, like really seen combat or just been through a hard experience in the military. And they say to people who you would think automatically have an easier job, the military people, some, not all of them, obviously, are on camera saying, "Oh no, I can't do that." Whether I think I've seen some videos where they said, "Oh no, I can't. I'd rather be in the military than do whatever type of content creation." And I mean, that's like less than a handful of people. I'm not saying this is like an everyday thing or nothing like that, but it's just like different things require different energy. That's all. That's all it is. That's literally all it is. That's all it is. So with that being said, yet another OnlyFans video down. It's about to be like 3 or 4 in a week. And I still got like a whole series coming on OnlyFans. Like it's nothing. Well, I don't know. Maybe. It's nothing YouTube has seen before. It's kind of like the yoga stretch off battles. YouTube hadn't seen that before. As far as I know, I mean, it's a lot of videos out there, so maybe. But yeah, I got a series coming that's going to be kind of crazy. But yeah, that's it for today. Maybe another OnlyFans video tomorrow already, because it's something else to talk about too. But anyway, like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you on the next video.